She has been at the top of the Korean music market for over 10 years. To her interview, people reacted. For some reason, this reminds me of Harry Potter living in the closet room. It is already well known among fans that she often fails to find the stage exit after singing at the concert hall. IU's management company didn't give her a chance to debut in a girl group because of her voice. Her talent donation paid off. People said it was like putting a nuclear-powered rocket engine behind the Thomas train. K-pop idols are fancy and glamorous. They are sugar-coated with pretty looks, catchy melodies, sharp choreography, and powerful dance movement. They usually have more than 5 members, each with different charms, so they can satisfy all different tastes of fans. The key strategy behind is this. If you come up with so many of them, there's got to be at least one that can meet your satisfaction. Based on this elaborate calculation, idol groups try to impress their audience with explosive performance, pouring out tremendous energy within only a few minutes on stage to build their fandom. However, at the center of the Korean music industry is a small, gracile, bird-like female solo artist who still looks like a teen girl. Her name is IU as a singer, and goes by her legal name Lee Ji-eun as an actress. Her stage name IU means you and I become one through music. She has been at the top of the Korean music market for over 10 years. Viewers who first got to know her through K-dramas may be surprised to find out she's a singer with countless mega-hit K-pops. You can see how popular and successful she is as a singer by this post. Singers that challenged IU's stronghold of number 1 on the K-pop music chart. IU was born on May 16, 1993 in Seoul, South Korea. She and her little brother grew up in a typical middle-class family of 4. Soon after her elementary school years, her family's financial situation deteriorated, so she and her little brother went off to live with their grandmother in a small studio room full of cockroaches. At the time, her parents could not be reached, and for so long 3 of them lived off potatoes the neighbors donated. So they eventually moved into the relatives' place, but they were often scorned and pressured to move out. In an interview, she recalled that time. My uncle came home late at night and said, "Have they not moved out yet? Shall I act like a cockroach to them?" To her interview, people reacted. For some reason, this reminds me of Harry Potter living in the closet room. During her middle school years, IU found her passion for singing and decided to become a singer after being applauded for a performance she gave at a school event. She attended 20 auditions but failed all of them and was also scammed by fake entertainment companies. However, Lowen Entertainment recognized her talent and saw her days of idol training begin. In an interview, she said, "I loved being in the training studio because they gave me a place to sleep and I could eat as much as I want." IU debuted as a singer in 2008 when she was 15 years old, and in 2010, she emerged as a newly rising idol star by appealing to the public with her little sister image. She has been adored by the public as an idol and artist for over 10 years for her attractive voice and excellent lyric writing and composing ability. In addition to being a singer, she has appeared in various entertainment programs and TV commercials. After debuting as an actress in 2011, she has been actively starring in various dramas and movies, including Dream High Season 1 and 2, You Are the Best, The Producers, Moon Lovers, My Mister, Hotel de Luna, and most recently her first feature film, The Broker. She is now recognized as an all-rounder in Korea's entertainment industry and the celebrity that other celebrities want to meet the most. Some actors and male idols even pinpointed her as their ideal type. Let's take a quick look at who they are. So how big is her influence in Korea? In short, all of her songs released since 2010 ranked at the top of the domestic charts. This means there's not a single title song or digital single that has failed to become a hit. Since the Gaon chart tally, among the entire Korean singers including men and women, groups and solos, she proudly stands number 1 in cumulative streaming and download of music sources. She has a record of holding the largest concert ever as a Korean female singer. Her concert held at the Olympic Gymnastics Stadium sold out all seats in just a few seconds. She's known to have one of the largest fan clubs, which is very rare for a female solo singer in the K-pop industry dominated by idol groups. In the 2019 Gallup Korea survey, she was ranked 4th in the Singer of the Year, 2nd in the Idol section, and 7th in the Actor of the Year. She became the first entertainer to be ranked both as a singer and an actress at the same time, and the first to be named in all 3 sections at the same time. As for her awards, the list is too long, so I won't bother to start it in this video. So far is a singer and actress IU, Lee Ji-eun. The fact that IU has a very high affinity as a human being is a reason why she maintains her popularity for a very long time. Through many interviews and fan encounter episodes people share online, her humble personality, depth of thought, and genuine heart for people stand out more than her pretty looks. She's known to show great love and affection to her fans. Whenever she goes to a concert abroad, she always buys a lot of Korean traditional sweets and seaweed kim at the duty-free shop before departure, and she gives them out to the fans waiting to greet her at the airport. Also, before returning to Korea, she buys a bunch of sweets from the local shops to give to the fans waiting for her at the Korean airport. Then one day, among the fans, rumors began to circulate on social media that the Japanese star candy that IU brought tasted awful. Then from the next comeback, IU stopped buying the star candy and instead bought Tokyo banana bread. Many of her fans were surprised to learn that IU's been reading the SNS and her fan community. What's more surprising is that it's not her manager or assistant who buys them. She picks and purchases all of them one by one for her fans. If you ever become her fan, you will feel and know that you're really loved by your star. Could it be that she grew up very poor as a child? She always reaches out to the socially disadvantaged or those in need. She's been making steady donations since her debut, and the amount revealed so far alone amounted to 4 billion Korean won. That's about 3.5 million US dollars. And no one knows how much the actual amount will be if all the unofficial donations are counted. Again, the donation list is way too long, so I won't even bother to start it in this video. Fun facts about IU. She has an extremely poor sense of direction. According to one of her interviews, she's still confused between the left and the right. It is already well known among fans that she often fails to find the stage exit after singing at the concert hall. When she goes down to the audience to interact with her fans, her bodyguards double their tension to keep closer eyes on her, because they all know she certainly won't find a way back to the stage. For that reason, her bodyguards often work as a navigator. Unique taste in food. IU has a very unique taste. Since she was very little, her father used to feed her unusual, challenging food like sashimi and hongo, fermented skatefish. By the way, this is ranked 7th on the world's top 10 smelliest food charts. Thanks to the hard training from the early age, there isn't much food she can't eat. She says she likes to eat durian, pig intestines, raw liver, live octopus, and etc. A strange method of throat relief. The food that IU eats to relieve her throat before the performance is also very unique. That's cup noodles. She says eating hot and spicy cup noodles can loosen up her throat instantly. But she only uses this method only when she doesn't have enough time to heat up the vocal cords. How come IU didn't start her career in a K-pop girl group? IU's management company didn't give her a chance to debut in a girl group because of her voice. Her agency says IU's husky voice did not mix well with other trainees. Another reason is that she was the youngest among the trainees. Even if she failed, she could still have a second try as she grows older, so she took the risk of debuting early at the age of 15. That decision, however, turns out to be a huge success. the shaman who foretold IU's future success. At the time before her debut, IU's mother went to see a fortune teller, Mudang, Korea's old-fashioned shamanism. The shaman says she will debut at age 15 and have an autograph event at a fan concert at the age of 16. Wow, to my surprise, it actually came true. A legendary talent donation. There once was a fundraising event titled Give a New Life to Children to help children with incurable disease. When IU stepped out on the stage, the fund collected through telephone was 280,000 Korean won. 2 minutes after, the amount surged up to 23 million Korean won. Her talent donation paid off. People said it was like putting a nuclear-powered rocket engine behind the Thomas train. IU doesn't like wearing makeup. If you get to run into her waiting at the airport to go to an overseas concert, high probability that you will see IU in no makeup. But you would be surprised to find out her skin is still flawless. In 2019, IU was selected as the youngest donor hero in the Asia region by Forbes. Her waist size is 23 inches, which is thinner than Sean Lee's thighs. Thank you for watching. Please like my video and subscribe to this channel. See you guys later. Bye! 안녕히 계세요.
말이 좀 길죠? 대해서 어느 때보다 깊게 느낀 해였어요. 그래서 제 앨범 고생하셨다고 말씀드리고 싶습니다. 정말 한 해 고생 많으셨습니다. 가치보다 음원으로서의 가치보다 감사합니다.